All right, guys, welcome back to ECC8. This is Division 3, the playoffs. We're now in the lower bracket final. My name's Muzz, and of course, staying on the decks, we've got Simdog. Sim, how was that previous match you just watched? It was actually fantastic. Breakdown Xenon, absolutely, I think, obliterating Incendia.
I mean, yeah, yeah, there's not really much better way to put it. They completely obliterated them. They won 4-0 in the series. To be honest, the 4-0 scoreline, it looks like complete destruction. Apart from game four, you can't really say that there was too much in it. They won 4-3 in game three, 2-1 in game two, and 3-2 in game one. But game four was, it was honestly something else from Breakdown Xenon. And I tell you what, even though Incendia Spark did lose their heads in the last game, which then meant that they went out of the playoffs, if Breakdown Xenon play like they did in that final game, then TC eSports, they're going to have something coming their way.
Yeah, and of course, TC eSports coming from that first semifinal where they pushed Waifu fan club all the way to game 7. So, of course, that being quite taxing on them. I almost expected the reverse sweep there. They played exceptionally well. Unfortunately, lost that series 4-3. On the one hand, you got the adrenaline, and hopefully TC are pumped for this series. Or maybe they're a little tired because going all the way to game 7 can be taxing. We're going to see if they have a lackluster performance or not. Probably not. They do know that, of course, the grand finals are only one series away from them. What is your thoughts there, Simdog?
I mean, TC eSports, they were second in league play. That is a really good performance from them. They went 6-3. They had the 6-3 record, 6 wins, 3 losses. And in the last game that they did play in the upper bracket round one, it was absolutely it was really, really good for them. It was a strong performance the whole series. You can't really say they got unlucky because obviously we know how good Waifu fan club are.
Yeah.
But if they play like they did in the games that they won, then I can't see too much being done against them. I can't see Breakdown Xenon being able to break them down, but Samu, he was an outstanding performer, not only in the last game, but, well, you know what? I'm just going to show with exactly what I was just saying there. He gets 50'd and Jessica gets the scoring opened early on, 8 seconds in, and already Breakdown Xenon a 1-0 up. How about that? They have literally just slapped me in the face right there.
Well, there we go. So obviously, first game of this potential best-of-7 series. Xenon coming off a nice high with a 4-game win, and now, of course, taking first blood against TC eSports already. So we're going to see how that goes. And Jessica already going up for another one, but kept out by Piff. And now the lateral play, Piff taking it all the way down into the blue end. Steals that 100. Ball getting ping-ponged back. Now we got Mikas. Popped up for Samu. Samu. He's going to try to get over one. Blocked up by Ender. Very close to pushing out to the side. Jessica with the pickup. Steals the 100 off the mid pad as well. Can he take the shot? It's the rebound. Second man, Mikas. They're very, very close. Long shot is going to happen. Ender, though, with a decent block. So, Jessica with a nice early opener coming in there for Xenon. And, of course, slower play and quieter play coming up from both these teams right now.
It was a very important goal that he got early on, and why couldn't he have done this earlier when I was actually trying to praise him, trying to talk about him? Samu, he's got 33 goals in league play, and he played absolutely brilliantly in the last series, and he's just scored again, 1-1, completely disregarding the goal that they conceded early on. They've got one themselves now. They'll be much happier with that, and they've just got to try to keep this going, keep this momentum up, and he is trying to do it. It is waterfalling all the way down. But Piff can't do too much with that one.
Yeah, extremely close to Jessica, almost losing that 50 to Piff and getting a second scored on them, but it's okay. Blue is pushing you into the orange half for now. TC got to play out of their own corner. Oh, there it is. Jessica picking up his second of picking up his team. So, I don't know. Unfortunately, there with Xenon's struggling to clear this ball, or at least TC struggling to clear that ball now, of course, Jessica able to pick up that second.
I tell you what, even though Mikas did get that bump on Samu, he wasn't too far off saving it. Luckily for Jezekul, though, he doesn't get close enough to it, and the bump was enough. 2-1 up early on. Fat Bear trying to send that one down but he couldn't do too much with it. And now it is Jezical again trying to get another goal. He was a really good player for Breakdown Xenon in the last series. I must say that I was extremely impressed with him, and I'm hoping that he can continue on with his good form in this series.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's doing pretty well so far with the big 3-0-4, and the game's barely started. Now almost a third goal here, and Jezical picks up the hat trick. Oh, there it is, 5 shots for 3 goals coming up from Jezical. Well, you know what, Sim, you obviously are praising Jezical to the moon, because, you know, he's absolutely having a cracker of a first game so far.
I mean, yeah, he did it in the last series too, and he's doing it again now. It's a really, really early hat trick for him. 3 minutes left. There's still so much time for him to score even more. Mikas was also a good performer for me. Enderino was, in my opinion, the player that just linked it all together. He was a bit shy at first, but as the series went on, he just showed up more and more and more. And I really think that series, just coming off of a 4-0 sweep, I think the Breakdown Xenon are going to feel very good going into this one. And of course, 3-1 up already. They're just going to look to continue. Enderino is trying to continue it, but Piff gets rid of it.
And Fat Bear, they're almost getting in a second for TC, but it wasn't going to happen. So, of course, now another attack coming up from the blue side. It's going to be Jezical. Oh, extremely close there for the side of Xenon. And, of course, it's going to be Mikas who slots in the first for him and getting a 4th for the team. So, nice demo there coming out. And, of course, just a second man able to beat 2, it looks like. Oh boy, and I think a lot of the channel points went to TC eSports Sim, but now, you know, Breakdown Xenon, well, they are, I don't know, they're showing us what they're made of.
I mean, it is that, man. It is Jezical. 4 goals have been scored by Breakdown Xenon, and he's been involved in all 4 of them, of course, scoring 3, getting that hat-trick, and then assisting 1, and he nearly found a really good goal with that one. He gets a demolition on Fat Bear, which means that they can't find the goal, but it is Samu for TC Sports trying to keep it going. It is still there, it is still dropping, and eventually, yeah, honestly, I thought Samu was alone though. I had no idea that Mikas was just there waiting behind him.
Yeah, Samu almost getting in that goal for TC. Very close here. Unfortunately, I think it looks like we are going to have Breakdown Xenon taking this first game of the potential best of 7 series. TC eSports, maybe just a quick chat in the locker room, you know, when we head to the minor break between games. Of course, you know, do we have a minute left on this clock, so we're going to see what happens here. Mikas dropping it quite slowly. Fat Bear with that easy save there. Piff is going for 1. Ender is in the goal there, so it shouldn't be too bad. Jezical trying to dribble in, but he's beaten off by Samu. Samu going all the way, doesn't have anything left in the tank. Mikas to pick it up, going all the way. Fat Bear into the corner. Ender, he's got to play it out of his own, so pops it long. He has Piff. Piff's got to go demo there on Jezical. There's going to be a second man. Enderino. Oh, mercy me. And Jezical starting that play off with a decent bump into demo.
He is the man on form right now. He doesn't even get an assist or anything for that goal, but we know that came because of his demolition. He's played out of his mind right now. Enderino is left with the goal to shoot into, and there's not really too much that TC Esports could do about that. Honestly, they look nothing compared to themselves that they were in the Waifu Fan Club game. Of course, they took it to game 7, but it just looks like it's all gone out of the window. It looks like they're just fresh on. They look like they're cold. They're not really getting anything right. It's not even like the positioning is off. It's just the mechanics. They're not actually able to do anything with the ball.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start there, talking about that Waifu Fan Club game, and like I said, push to the game 7, so we're going to see what happens maybe mid of the series game 3, but yeah, we're all going to see, of course, Breakdown Xenon taking game number 1. 5 goals to 1, pretty emphatic fashion, you know, did super well on the back of Jezical. Jezical having a decent game, 3 goals and then getting the bump as well, so played super well, so that's going to be BD Xenon picking up the W there for game 1. Simdog, yeah, Jezical, there we go. MVP picks up the big 625 with the 7 shots.
That's the stat I was just about to bring up. The 7 shots. Jezical on his own had 7 shots to his name. What about TC Esports? They had 3 between all 3 of them. They
Yeah.
had one shot each in that game. Jezical, he's not even a one-man team. He's just the standout performer in that team. Of course, we know how good Mikas is. We know how good Enderino is. But Jezical, you can't help but praise him at the minute. I'm really struggling to shut up talking about him, but I genuinely just can't do it because 3 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, 7 shots, and of course the demolition that led to their 5th goal. TC Esports, they cannot handle him. But I tell you what, if they can lock him down, I think they can lock down a win.
Yeah, if they can pick up a bit more bumps and maybe demo onto Jezical. I don't think TC Esports picked up one bump or demo in that game, whereas we saw Jezical now with a beautiful bump to get Enderino into the box. So like you said, close him down. Maybe break a bit of more of their transitional plays. Just make sure you can get more position. I didn't notice TC Esports holding much of the possession as well. And like you said, 3 shots between the 3 of them as well. So not really in that game, but of course they go more for the long game. We spoke about that game 7, so hopefully TC are going to be able to push Xenon all the way here. But we're going to see, and of course, Piff with almost a very early goal there. So that would have been actually fantastic for TC to, pick up that first goal and first lead of the series. But, game number 2, we're going to see how it goes. So Jezical fights and Sammy here in the corner, and it's going to be Piff bringing it over one. Is there going to be a third man to bring down? Piff, though, not able to score now. Quick counter-attack here coming out from Xenon. It's going to be Mikas off the side. Fat Bear with the pickup. He doesn't have anything left in the tank. Ender pushing it to Mikas. Can they? Oof. Okay. Blocking their own potential goal, it looks like. And now loose ball.
Honestly, it's been a scrappy start so far. Like, it looks like they're going to be able to get the attacks, but they're just not dealing with them well enough right now. It is Breakdown Xenon who were on the attacking end for the majority of the game so far, but honestly they just haven't done too much. They're double committing, they're getting caught together. I've just dropped my controller on the floor. TC Esports though, they've definitely got to do something after a 5-1 loss, and I think that they can do something. It is Piff trying to get a goal here, and it is a big 50 from Enderino, but it is dropping. Samu is in the middle waiting, and he does get the opening goal of the game. Just over a minute gone, and that was a huge 50 from Piff, and Samu sends that one to the left-hand side of the goal.
And now, funny enough, Jezical, who's been receiving all the high praise, sat there in the box and unfortunately didn't commit to jump out and get that save. Unfortunately, now Fat Bear with a decent start as well. Double commit, coming up from TC. Oof, good offensive play here. I think they need to throw more bodies upfield, make sure that they can actually get onto that the back of the D from Xenon and try and push the bodies here. But of course, quick counter attack here coming out from Xenon. Samu picks up, thrown down long. It's going to be Mikas, pick up middle of the field, out to Jezical from the side. He's got more in the tank this time, around 50. He's going to be able to bring it down though. Hits that crossbar. Oh, Mikas with a miss. Could have played out from the corner. Now Samu very quickly pass it out long. Misses Fat Bear. Samu's going to go up again. He's going to try get that touch. Alas, doesn't happen. Mika from the side onto Jezical. 50-50 into each other. Slams it all the way across field into the corner. Jezical with the pickup gets the miss. Fat Bear. Got to play it out. I mean, if TC can just hold on to this lead, it doesn't matter if you win by 1 goal.
Yeah, it really doesn't. They have been so far so good in this first opening half of Game 2. They are trying to get another goal here, but you just need to see more from Breakdown Xenon. They've not looked like their old selves in this game. Jezical, he has been the main man often, but in this game he genuinely is quite honestly not there. I mean, he's here now. He's trying to get himself on the ball as much as he can right now. Enderino just missing out on that touch, but you need to see more. You need to see more confidence, really, from this Breakdown Xenon side. They are getting the saves after shot, but they're just not managing to create right now, and that is where the issue stems from.
Yeah, and Samu already with 3 shots to his name. So far, so good. They're putting in a lot of work in this game. Number 2, TC. And here we go in the bottom left corner. FCP picks up the second for the team. 4 shots. And there it is. This is now TC Esports bringing it back. They said, screw the first game. We got this. Bottom left-hand corner, says the Season 13 GC.
And that is what they were missing in Game 1. It was the unpredictability. Mikas thought that was a free ball. I can go for this. I can get this booming ball forward, but Piff said no. He came out from nowhere and he gets the touch, the redirect over the top of him and finds the bottom left corner. Jezical trying to find the goal this time, but that one is saved comfortably by Samu. However, this one might be a bit more difficult, but it is the goal scorer, Piff, who does get the ball somewhat clear.
And Ender just sending that downfield. Samu trying to get over Jezical. Jezical gonna send a midfield to pick up Amicus. Piff, long. Is anyone home? Jezical's there. Crossbar. Oh. Close, but no cigar. Piff into the bottom left-hand corner again! This is TC eSports sweet spot. Second time into that bottom left-hand corner. Piff with the second. And Jezical just struggling because Fat Bear there just being the bouncer at the door of the club. Just making sure that the defenders, they're not around.
There was just enough speed on that ball to make sure that Jezical couldn't catch up to it. Piff has been brilliant. His 2 shots this game have been extremely good. Of course, Samu got the other one. They've had 9 shots between them. That is much better than the 3 shots that they had in the previous game. Much better performance this time out from TC eSports. And with 40 seconds left, you do have to think, yeah, they can hold on to it, but of course you can never count Breakdown Xenon out.
Can't count them out, but definitely having a bit of a slower game too, up by 3 with 30 seconds left. I do believe TC eSports are going to have this game in the bag here. Just Xenon not bringing much of the fire that we know them for, only 4 shots between them as opposed to that 9. So yeah, TC, oh, Samu almost picking up another one, would have been a 4th for the team. Doing exceptionally well, and of course I just need to kill this ball now, get it down. Even if, you know, Xenon did pick up the 1-goal consolation, it's, you know, going to be the W going towards TC eSports. So just bring that down. Fat Bear off his chassis, and of course that is going to be tying up the series 1 game apiece. And of course, coming off the back of that 5-1 loss, TC eSports now, they're showing us, Simdog, exactly what we are used to seeing from them.
Yeah, they've shown us what we were missing in game 1. You thought 5-1. Oh, no way that Breakdown Xenon can do that again. And well, TC eSports, they showed us that they can't. They take the game 3-0. We're going into game 3 in a stalemate. It was realistically a rather lackluster performance from Breakdown Xenon in that one. Only 4 shots, not really creating anything, obviously not scoring anything. They tried their absolute best to get as many saves as they could. However, they just couldn't do enough. And TC eSports, they were dominant in that game. 10 shots as a team. Fat Bear, however, wasn't really included too much. He had an assist to his name, but that's about it. Other than that, he had 100 points on the board. But nonetheless, if Fat Bear can get included, I think we're just going to see even more domination from TC eSports. But now it's Breakdown Xenon's turn to show us if they can rectify the loss that they have just taken.
Yeah, I mean, Fat Bear, you know, he had the decent bump on Jezical for that 2nd or 3rd goal. So, you know, he picked up the 100, but it's fine because I think he was instrumental in making sure that block in play was there. So, you know, it's fine. He didn't touch the ball too often, but he did get Jezical out to space, which is perfect. And, you know, as long as your team is scoring goals, then it's not really up to individual performance. And Enderino slots that 3-second goal in straight from Mikus's kickoff. Well, if this is not Breakdown Xenon saying screw this series.
Honestly, they will be beyond happy with that. 3 seconds in and they've already found themselves a goal in front. It's a brilliant start from them in this game, but they have to continue with it. They can't allow TC eSports to have the freedom that they had in the last game. And speaking of freedom, Fat Bear nearly found the goal. He was so close, but not close enough to equalizing early on. Jezical and Samu trying to come together to 50 that one, but nothing comes from it unless... Oh, nothing comes from it.
All right, so great early goal coming up from Breakdown Xenon. We've just gone past that 30-second mark. Enderino, crossbar, is there going to be a second man up? Samu blocks it out. Jezical far back, picking up the 100. He's going to get it over 1. There's no one left home. Can TC get into the empty net? They won't be able to. Enderino coming off the side of the wall. They've only got Piff in the back of the goal. Can he get the dunk? He's going to get the crossbar play. Jezical to pick it up. Samu with the block keeps it out. Mikas here, playing out of their own corner. They're very precarious here from TC. They've got to make sure to keep blue out. Decent attack there coming in now. Piff with the counter. Brings it into the corner. Can't get that pinch. Jezical, bit of a soft touch. Tries to get over to Samu. Mikas. 3 now back from blue. Knowing they also want to hold into this nice 1-goal lead. Enderino up. Can he get it over Piff? Piff with the decent save. Throws it down long. It's going to be wide. Picked up by Mikas. He picks up the 100 as well. Got to play it over Jezical. And over Enderino's head.
That is not the kind of goal that you would like to be conceding, but I am sure that Samu, I am sure that TC eSports will not be complaining at all. 1-1 now in that game. Mikas got a touch, but it was just not good enough, and then I think it was Enderino left in goal, caught flat-footed. And again, TC eSports, they found their sweet spot. They found that bottom left-hand side, and it has brought them back into the game 1-1 with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, Samu with a very decent call there over Mikas' head. A little bit of a floor pinch into Kano's, but alas, it's fine. So they do get the equalizer. 3 minutes left on our clock. It's going to be Samu to pick it up. Mikas, he's getting back. Decent pass to Piff. Piff to Samu. Are they going to... Oh, on that 1-2-1. Not finding the man that wanted another counter-attack here coming out from Xenon, but Jezical gets it over one past Samu, plays it out into the corner, Ender with the pinch. Can he get the goal? It's not gonna happen. Piff. Fat Bear was back up. Fat Bear now with the 22. He, yeah, definitely not getting too much possession of the ball and making too many instrumental plays for TC, unfortunately.
There's nothing really coming from either side right now. I mean, it's end-to-end, but there's no shots coming out of it. It's not even like the creativity is lacking. It's just that both defenses have been extremely, extremely good so far. But that touch from Samu was absolutely brilliant. That one looks like it was dropping in, but it was just off the crossbar. And this time it's Jezical and Mikas's go, but Piff doesn't even allow the counter-attack.
Oh, Fat Bear messing around with them there. And he throws in his body when he needs to, and that's what counts. Samu, long shot. Bottom left corner, very close. TC eSports definitely favoring that little hole. Samu with the pickup, trying to get over Mika. Mika is going to block, catch. Doesn't find any teammates. Fat Bear, nothing in the tank. Enderino. Samu. Jezical with the save. And now we are, you know, Jezical playing a lot quieter. Simgon, it's going to be Piff. Piff picking up the second first goal.
Yeah, it's Piff again. He finds the goal. Somehow he's not found the left-hand side. I didn't know that was possible for him to not find that area where he normally shoots into. But nonetheless, they are now in the lead. 1 goal in the lead. It's definitely not impossible for Breakdown Xenon to score here. But at the minute, TC eSports have definitely been on top in the latter stages of the game. And you were just about to say... well, I was about to say, sorry, that Jezical is just disappeared from the game. And I said it earlier, if TC eSports can keep him quiet, then they're going to be keeping Breakdown Xenon quiet. And it's proving to be that way right now. He's practically had no say in anything in this game. And he seems lost against this TC side. They have completely kept him quiet as Samu nearly found himself with another goal from a brilliant shot. And he's forced to make a save now.
TC eSports just need to be able to hold into this 1 goal difference. Mikas up, goes for the roof. Ender, it's gonna be, oh, very slim chance of coming up from the side though, but it's saved and out. And now we've got TC eSports on the counter attack. Samu!
No way.
Oh, there it is. Samu picking up his second and a beautiful goal. Jezical with that awkward touch off the side of the wall.
It didn't even look like there was a goal scoring chance there. Somehow Samu has snuck that one into the right hand side, this time close to the post, and it's all he needed though, just a tiny touch to sneak it in. And they now find themselves in an extremely comfortable situation. Surely it's impossible with 10 seconds left on the board for there to be 2 goals for Breakdown Xenon, but that is irrelevant because Samu picks up the hat trick and he's finding himself and TC eSports 4-1 in the lead. They are taking game 3, and this again has been a dominant performance.
Yeah, so a fantastic 3-goal lead here from TC. And, you know, like you were saying earlier, Sim, you just kind of mess around with Jessical's head. Just make sure that he doesn't pick up that possession. And now Xenon struggling to find their feet in game 3, and that's going to be TC eSports picking up the win. Samu and Perf having a fantastic game there. Perf with the goals, Samu as well, they're coming in late, picking up, well, a hat-trick actually there for him off the back of 6 shots. So doing fantastic. We've got Ender left the match, just going to see what's going to happen in there. But yeah, so this is TC eSports. I mean, you know what, game 1, they completely squashed it. They got it out of their minds. They said, you know, 5-1 is nothing. We pushed game 7 earlier, and now look, they've, you know, 2 games on the trot.
Yeah, they've honestly performed so well. 2 games in a row now, 3-0 and then 4-1. Absolutely brilliant from TC eSports. We kind of, well, Breakdown Xenon fans were kind of given a bit of false hope at the start of this game 3. They got a goal within, I think it was 2 seconds. I think it was. Like, they got a really good kickoff goal that just found its way in the back of the net.
Yeah.
But TC eSports from then forth, they were just like, nope, we are having no more of that. We are keeping this series going, and we want to win this series. And they want to see the team who knocked them out of the upper bracket. They want to meet Waifu Fan Club back in the grand final because, of course, one of these 2 teams and only one will be meeting them.
Yeah, Enderino scoring that very quick 3-second goal, but of course, you know, maybe having such an early lead isn't always that fantastic because there's so much time left for your opposition to beat you. And of course, that's what TC eSports did, picking up the massive dub there. So of course, game number 4, we're going to see what happens here. Fat Bear ready, trying to get it over Mikas, pops it into the corner. He's going to pick it up as well. Does he steal 100? He won't. Piff. Jezical's got to get this out. Does. Decent save. Jezical again. Okay, so Jezical getting a bit of more nose to the ball this time. 2 saves. Just making sure that TC are out. I think, you know, he's got to make sure that he can reclaim his name from that first game, because the second game he just kind of wasn't in it. And now, you know, making sure he's keeping Orange out. So first 30 seconds, pretty standard from both his teams.
Yeah, pretty standard so far. I think there's been a car swap from Jezical. I actually think it must have been a preset because he hasn't changed or left the game, sorry. But he's gone into a Fennec now rather than an Octane. Maybe that might see the playstyle change. We might see a bit more aggression from him, possibly trying to force the 50s a bit more. And there he is, trying to go up for the high touch. Mikas trying to play it up. It does eventually go into the middle, but nobody is there from Breakdown Xenon to receive the pass. Piff trying to get rid of it. 3 players all the way up, but Jezical finds himself back in defense, and they need to do something here. Mikas, actually, I didn't see him, caught them mid-rotation and tried to force a shot on net.
Very hard shot there from Mikas, just goes wide, sadly. Now we're going to get TC to play out of this. Fat Bear, can he get this ball out? Mikas tries to get a very slim angle on. It's going to be Ender. So close. Fat Bear, is there anyone home for Xenon if you're quick? All right. Ooh. Demo onto Samu. Puff out to Fat Bear. Fat Bear's going to catch it in the corner. Ender. Samu. Samu goes long. Oh, Fat Bear with the redirect almost. Puff now fighting in the blue half. Samu coming down from the side. Can he bring it? Jezical with the attack and the block out. Goes down, still 0-0. Puff. Puff! Oh, Jezical, so close. Puff with the save.
2.5 minutes left, or quite practically that. We are halfway through this game, but Jezical, he nearly redeemed himself. He nearly entered back into the game as if he'd been gone all this time. He nearly found the opening goal, but it was an absolutely brilliant save. I think it was Piff who did make the save, and now it is Fat Bear trying to find the shot, and it's a shot into an open net. Piff was trying to find the demo on Jezical, and Jezical just got sent out of the way anyway. Fat Bear finds that right-hand side, 1-0, and that goal is incredibly important.
And we had to wait 4 games for the Bear to come out of hibernation. but it is Fat Bear with the first goal for TC eSports. So kudos at a Fat Bear. That's what we want to see.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
The Fat Bear, he does so well. We're going to call him the Fat Goat after this if TC eSports wins. So Fat Bear, again, he's got the control. He needs to get past one. Mikas, Enderina is blocking him out from the other side. He's still going though. Can he bring it down for the second man? Perf here is waiting in the wings. Does have the big 90 in the tank. Jessica from the side. Samu's going to be able to grab it. Goes up. Ceiling pinch. Can he bring it down? Enderina is going to be there. Perf! Perf!
Oh, what a touch. Oh my god.
The play.
That touch. Oh, what is this? Samu playing it off the seat.
Oh.
It's a pre-jump as well. He doesn't even know where it's going, but he just repositions his car. That is just pure filth from you. Oh my. If that goal, props to you. That was honestly incredible.
And TC eSports showing us what they can do in this lower bracket final. Samu playing superbly well-defined Perf there for that second goal. Fat Bear going out wide. Perf in the middle of the field. He's waiting for him. He's going to be able to bring it around. Can he get past Jessica? Jessica with the touch. Gets out of Enderina. Enderina's got to play it from the side of the wall. Samu with the catch. Over one. Can he beat the last defender? Block. Perf. Perf up. Should be hitting that crossbar. Fat Bear throws himself into the mix. As Perf. Jessica goes one into the corner. Samu should be able there for the catch. Picks it up. 1 minute left on the clock. Mikas needs to get into this game. So incredibly close. He's got the low 70 on his scoreboard right now. So being quiet, but almost scoring there. Long shot. Mikas there keeping out. He's got the save to his name now. Long. Oh, pass one. Samu's the only one back. Needs to get this up. Enderino, shot, Enderino on the scoreboard, and that is going to be the first goal in 4.5 minutes for
I have
Breakdown
one
Xenon.
question.
Go ahead.
One very important question.
Go ahead,
Is
brother.
it possible? 36 seconds left, 2-1, 1 goal difference right
Of
now.
Of course.
You think it can happen, yeah?
It's what miracles are made of.
It needs a miracle right now because TC have been absolutely incredible, but somehow Breakdown Xenon only find themselves 1-0, 1 goal down. Jessica, he needs to find the shot now more than ever, and he does get it on target, but it is saved. Fat Bear trying to send it away, and Reno onto the back bar. Jessica is there, and he sends it down, but it's too easy for Samu, and that touch from Fat Bear was absolutely brilliant. Samu trying to fake him out, and this is not good news, but Piff is actually there, still high, still bouncing. Will it drop? Mikas just sends it down, and TC eSports take game 4 as well. And after that performance, we move on to match point.
And now I think if everyone can just rightly so call the Fat Bear Fat Goat with that beautiful first goal and bringing himself into this game. And of course, there it is, TC eSports winning the 4th game. They're two goals to 1. Yeah, Jessica did have the 3 shots there, Simdog, so definitely coming back and having more presence in that game. And of course now, yeah, TC eSports having a crack of a series so far.
Yeah, they definitely, he started to show up a tiny bit more towards the end of the game. He was there in defense quite often, but he's genuinely just gone missing. But I honestly, I praise him very highly. I think he's a very strong player, but I want to focus more on TC eSports and Piff, because the goal that he scored in the pass from Samu, who has also been playing unbelievably well after game 1, of course. Those two connected, ball off the ceiling from Samu, and Piff with the pre-jump. Absolutely brilliant goal. That was the goal that won it for them in game 4, and we are going into game 5 now, and it is match point. They have 1 game left to win, and I'm sure they won't be wanting to go to another game 7 like they did in the upper bracket. So if they want to win desperately, then they need to win this game.
Yeah, and I think if Samu and Piff are looking for any shots to get onto their Insta or TikTok, that's definitely going to be the shot. It was fantastic. And now we are game 5. Piff should be able to grab this ball, play it of his own corner. Can he get over Mikas? Mikas over 1. Nothing left in the tank though. Enderino's going to block him out. Fat Bear over. Mikas stay in the corner with Enderino. Picks up the 100. Samu. Mikas, long, Jezical. Can he get the 2-1? Fat Bear keeps him out. Mikas. Can he find Enderino? Enderino shot goes wide. Samu now playing it from the side. Oh, big boom.
It would have been an extremely good start there for Breakdown Xenon if they had managed to find that goal. That one's going to waterfall down. Is anybody there? Jezical, he has finally shown up again, and he finds himself with a goal. Samu and Fat Bear just caught on the same side. Fat Bear out of rotation and backflips there. Jezical, it was made easy for him really, but it was just the mistakes from TC eSports, and it's cost them big time, but also not too big time because there is still 4 minutes left. There is an incredibly long time. Samu with the shot, and just like that, it is 1-1, and we are at a level stalemate yet again.
Samu just finding a open blue net as no one from Xenon got back there defensively. 1 minute in, and we've already got a 1-all draw here in this series game. Breakdown Xenon definitely bringing now the heat to TC eSports. They don't want to go out like this. Samu is going to be able to bring it up. Fat Bear. Big demo there onto Mikas. Just, yeah, if you can get the defenders out of the box, you can score goals. Enderino, Samu, long, can you find Fat Bear? Oh. Over. Samu with the pickup. Is there anyone home? Enderino with the block. Whew, very close there. TC eSports are absolutely taking shots now. Fat Bear. Mikas. Puff, puff. Oh, fourth man back hits that elusive crossbar, but it's gonna be Samu.
It's those two connecting again. Piff nearly found the shot, and that bounce was incredibly awkward. But Samu, he's a brilliant player. You often expect him to be scoring those, especially with the way that he went up for it. He positioned himself perfectly, boosted up for it perfectly, and the shot was sent down to perfection. 2-1 now. 3 minutes left in this game. They need to keep going on as they have been in this game so far, because they need to be confident. They need to be comfortable because they cannot be letting this game slip.
Now this is make or break for Xenon. TC eSports with a safety net, they are sitting pretty. Mikas can't get past Fat Bear with a decent block. Samu, long, Fat Bear's gonna be here. Oh, very close to getting the touch infield. Mikas trying to get past Puff Puff with a decent pickup. He's gonna now bring it down for second man, can he? Samu waiting in the wings. Can't find him, it's gonna be Fat Bear going up, can he get his second goal? Mikas, Enderino has got to get this out. Oof, oof. Extremely close. They're almost going to be an own goal between the two blue players. Jezical has the 1 goal, 1 shot. So far, decent 100% conversion rate. Puff, Enderino, Samu. And now TC eSports just holding on to that 1 goal lead right now. No mistakes coming out from them.
Well, honestly, that's all they need to do. Of course, they do need to show a bit more confidence that they believe in their own ability. But if they want to play that way, and if they want to play defensive, and if it's working, then why should they change it? I mean, they do need to hold on to the 1 goal lead, and I'm sure they believe that even if they do concede, they can still come back and score another, just like they might have to. But Samu was there. He was sneakily waiting behind that post, ready to pop out and save that one. Piff trying to play it forward now. But yeah, TC eSports, they only need to hold on to the 1 goal lead, and they only need one more game for the win. Thought that shot was going to sneak its way in from Enderino. It was powerful as anything, but thankfully for TC eSports, they're still 2-1 up.
Extremely close there to equalizing Enderino, but alas, hits that post. Samu with the long shot, the cannon. Oh, Mikas with a decent block. 1 minute left on the clock. TC eSports, they need to be able to go through to that grudge match against Wife Fan Club, and it's going to be Enderino. Jezical, in fact, picking up the equalizer with just under a minute left on the clock.
Well, 50 seconds left, 51 to be exact, 2-2. I'm sure the Breakdown Xenon will be happy with the fact that they have found themselves with an equalizer. They have found themselves with a much needed goal. But TC Esports, I think this is where we're going to see them at their absolute best. If they have the right mindset, they're going to come out. They're going to come out punching. They're going to come out swinging. And I'm sure the pressure may end up being too much for Xenon. This ball is going into the middle to Piff. He is taking that one over. Zero boost left. Picks up the 100 fat there, sending it forward. It's bouncing up into the corner. Surely somebody's there. It is Samu on it. Jezico needs to play it away. What is happening here in defense is just no organization whatsoever. Just all the players were clumped together. 15 seconds left, and we are still needing to find a goal, to find a winner.
Looking like the first overtime of the series. 4 seconds left. It's going to be a long shot. Samu, crossbar. Can they bring it down? Fat Bear. Piff. It's Xenon. They need to kill this ball. All right, so overtime. 2 apiece. This is the golden goal now. TC Esports to win the series, or is it going to be Breakdown Xenon to keep their hopes alive? Over Fat Bear's head. There's a bit of a precarious ball. Piff. Into the corner and out. Whew, extremely close there. Long shot, floor pinch, running it straight in.
What is that for a goal? 3-2. That is the goal that sends TC Esports into the final. The cross field round pinch, and it's Piff again. Of course, it's the bottom left-hand side. That is where he scores the most needed goals. Oh my God. They have won in overtime. A crossfield pinch. It looked like Breakdown Xenon might escape with it, but Piff has won it for TC Esports, and that goal is exactly what has sent them through into Division 3 Grand Finals.
You can't write this story. Piff, covers 97% of the field with that decent ground floor pinch into the bottom left corner, like you said, Sim. And that's going to be TC Esports going through to our grand final of Division 3. Oh, Piff, what an absolute superstar with that pinch. I mean, the ball just like rolled in. It wasn't even going that quickly. I thought, someone from blue would be back to save that goal. Oh, mercy me. Okay, so 3-2. That is going to be Breakdown Xenon. Unfortunately, they're not going to be going through to our grand final. They'll be coming in third. And of course, now we do have an absolute massive grudge match, Simdog, where it's going to be TC Esports taking on Waifu Fan Club again. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, we saw a game 7 in the last time these two faced each other. Of course, it was Waifu Fan Club who sent TC Esports down to the lower bracket. Of course, they've made their way through into the finals. They're looking to get revenge, and what better way to get revenge than in the grand finals to win Division 3? As you can see on screen there, grand finals, Waifu versus TC Esports. It's going to be an absolutely brilliant matchup. I don't want to call any predictions because I'm not going to lie to you, TC Esports. I kind of predicted that you guys were going to get swept earlier on against Waifu Fan Club, but you guys played brilliantly. And if you play like you did in that game and like you did this game, honestly, game 7, but I don't know who can win it.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to head to a short break before our grand final match of Division 3. Don't go away.